Okay, cool, man. Very nice. Yeah. So yes. So most of the customers, what they will have a two node, and they will have a two node instance, like single instance, like application separately and database, separately. Let us assume it is 19C. Let us assume it is 19C. Now the target, they want to have the same application, where the application should be same. There is no change, but only the database they want to move to two node rack. Okay. So yeah, so this will be this time. And last, when I prepared this one, actually I prepared last year, uh, and also actually 3 4 years before, for one customer, they were in 1213 with 11G rack, 11203 rack, and I had to move them to a 19C rack. Okay, that experience has given me some information. So I went on improving on that. But that experience was really good, like migrating 1213 with 19 with 11G 11G03 to rack. That gave me a lot of immense confidence. I always tell in every batch that was some some places where you really explore, you really put a lot of effort, a lot of sleepless nights, but that experience is going on helping me even today. uh, I just got a call at 3 o'clock, that that one of the junior guy, after cloning, instead of running some steps on the development, he directly run on the production. That's all. After that, the listeners were not starting. He renamed the global name, and rename instead of renaming development, he renamed the production itself, some prod to some test, something like that. So that was like panicking position. And you know what? They'll get panicked. They'll get panicked. So they immediately they called one more guy, and they called me also. Then I told, okay, we will try to simulate. I have an environment, so let us simulate. So whatever they did, we simulated it, and later on, lot we literally played with listeners, start service, stop service, lot of things we did, and finally we tested in my machine. Kishore, this is really good. We tested and around, because they cannot do everything in production, right? And that is production. If anything happens, it's an ASM. So something happens, that's it, right? So they are not confident any steps to do: remove service, add service, remove, delete, start service, stop service. So those type of things, it's very difficult for them to run. So finally, they did run my environment. The same thing I given them. So then they followed it and they brought up, and it was relaxed. So there are some programs have failed. But that is different story. So finally, the problem is the production was up, and they were all relaxed. Yeah. So if you have an environment, a readily available environment, you can always simulate, and you'll be more confident to do any activities. Right. Yeah. All that experiences, 19C, 19 and 19C been helping from 4 5 years now. 2018 or 2019 was my first 19C. So that's why. That's why I've taken this, and literally I'll tell you, I've dominated this environment, this two node rack. I had one other experience on XRCS. XRCS also is two node rack, quarter rack. XRCS is XRCS is uh, on OCI. On OCI, it is called XRCS. So suppose if you know two node rack. Now here we are not covering all theory part and everything. Here we are going to cover installation. What I'm telling is, if you know a two node rack confidently, then you can update your resume that I know XRCS. XRCS, the thing is, you don't care of the storage. Storage are all taken care by Oracle. Storage is all taken care by Oracle. Only you handle the two node, only the rack. So if you are good in rack, you can update your resume to XRCS, and that has much salary as compared to normal rack and normal e-business DBA. Right. Right. So this is pretty much what we have. So we have a single database, and here we are preparing two instances, two new on 8x. 8x, there are couple of few challenges. There were a couple of few challenges which I have taken forward, and I'll help you to upgrade, because almost from 2 months I have been trying to struggling to get this environment ready. So and I've successfully done that, right? So the only thing is what you need to do is this instance, whatever the single file system, right, has to be cloned on either node 1 or node 2. So this instance has to be cloned. This has to be cloned as it is in a file system. Even though you should install the rack. You need to install rack and keep everything ready. But this file system, this one also has to be cloned, and later on it has to be cloned as it is, file system to file system. You have to clone. You have to clone as file system to file system, and then you have to move. You need to move file system to ASM. So you can follow a couple of methods. Either earlier days we used to use rconfig, but nowadays it is much easier. So just by unplug and unplug, and there is one command which will move from file system to ASM. That one I learned at that project only. I was googling. Oracle also were not helping, but that is a much simpler method. You basically you clone it, you unplug it, and then you move it to ASM in one command, right? If anybody has this similar environment, you know what, I have the best command which can help you out. So here at a high level, what you need to do, first you need to have the clone exactly either on node 1 or node 2. Then you need to install rack. You need to install rack with 2 disk groups, one for OCR and voting disk, and another for the database size. If a database size is 80 GB, you should have a disk group of like 100 GB, more than whatever is there. So you need to create that. You need to create that disk group. You need to create that disk group and have your rack environment. Then you should have rack RDBMS. So let us put this step so that you will understand. So first, what you need to do, you need to clone. You need to clone as it is your 19C file system, because there are so many steps, and sometimes you get confused, like oh, what's going on. So you need to clone file system on either rack 1. Okay, so we'll put rack 1. So we need to clone this and keep it, and your application should be pointing to that. Your application should be pointing to that whatever the database, single instance. Okay, then okay, so these are the 2 steps. I'll just show this. Then what you do, you install Oracle Rack 8x, 8x. No, Oracle Rack 19C, 19.16. I'm taking the latest, much lesser version on OEL 8x. Then you install the RDBMS, Oracle Rack, RDBMS. This is the grid version. Okay, Oracle Rack, grid, and same rack, and you also have to install RDBMS. Okay, 19.x on OEL 8x. So you need to do separate, separate homes you do. Then, so you have this cloned database, right, on one of the node. So you need to migrate, right? You need to migrate the file system to ASM. You need to migrate file system to ASM. Okay. So then you configure the database. And you configure the application. That's all. Right. So this is what is so many. That's what so many steps are there, which makes very interesting. What we are teaching. All right. So what I'll do,
sir, we will do all the steps, no?
Yeah, we'll be doing all the steps. Yeah, but a few steps for cloning and everything I'll not show. But rack installation and all I'll be showing you. Okay?
So, sir, total how many VMs it's involved for this?
3. Okay, I have a DNS also. Yeah, I have totally 3 machines you need. Actually 4 machines, right? Yeah, 4 machines you need. Okay. So one, I have a DNS server where I have configured, the scan IP. Okay. Then on the host machine, I'm running the application. On the host, I'm running the application. And then I have rack 1 and rack 2. So that's 4 machines I have.
And what about the sir the sizing of these machines, the space and memory?
Yeah, so here, you can go with 12 GB, 12 GB, right? 12 GB, 12 GB is enough for you. And the spacing, so, yeah, for the storage 100 GB you need, that's a shared storage. Okay, so you need in each of the machines, you need 100 plus 100, and here only 100. Okay, this is for the operating system, and this is for the disk group, for the data disk group. Right. So
Data and Rico also there.
yeah. No, only data only I'm creating, and another is OCR. For the OCR I'm creating 12 GB.
For reader logs?
Yeah. No, like this I'm creating. For this one is for OCR plus voting disk. Redo logs, everything I'm storing here only one disk group, data disk group. And for 12 GB, I'm creating for OCR plus voting disk. That's all I have. And this is shared. These two are shared. Okay, these two are shared between node 1 and node 2. All right. Okay. So I'll just I'll be showing you the grid installation today. But before that, this is a cloned instance which I just want to show you. How it is. It is cloned on one of the machine called rack 1. Okay, which I'll be showing you. All right. So let me go to the first machine, SSH rack 1. Okay. So here I have installed the single node. On the first node I told, right, we need to have a single instance, a single node installation. So that one I clone. I'll just open it and I'll just show you. That's all. I'll just open it and I'll just show you. Nothing. I'll not touch anything. Because that is the instance what I'm going to move. It's a file system. Just I want to show you. Just I want to show you whether I'm able to open it or not. File system we need, right? We need to migrate. Okay, so this is a file system. Okay, as I told you, we have to clone it. The database has to be cloned on one of the machines. That lot of people, if you understand it, you do. But otherwise, it cannot be migrated because it has to. If you see this, it has to be file system as it is. We need to clone on one of the machines. In our company, it was 2 terabytes. So temporarily, we told the customer to add a 2 terabyte hard disk. So they added. Okay, they added. So this is on running on node 1. This is later on we'll be moving this database to ASM after installation of the grid. Okay, and our application is running on the our application is running on my host machine. Just an application. So just imagine that there is an application which is connecting to this. That has to be configured. You should have an application. So I have an application which is connecting to that one. We have an application which is running on my host machine, and this is my on one of the machine I have the database. So this is a single node.
Sir, I have a confusion. Currently, I have single node machine VM. Single node means database and application in one machine. Okay. So now we are going for do this practical. So we created one VM rack 1. And we clone the database.
Exactly.
Clone the database
on one of the first one of the node 1 rack 1. You need to clone.
So two machine where you involved now.
Yeah, 2 machines are involved, one for application and one for database. Okay. So now we should have rack 1 and rack 2. We should have rack 1 and rack 2. So you see, I'll show you my yeah, you just go and ask me, because for me only it takes longer time for me. So if you see this, I have 3 VMs, one for the DNS and one for rack 1 and one for rack 2. Rack 1 and rack 2. 12 GB is enough. Yeah, 12 GB. Okay, I have a lot of memory, that's why, but 12 GB should be fine. I give 24 GB, 12 GB. This one is very small, 7 GB. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to do the installation. We have to do the installation on this node. On this one, we need to do the installation on node 1 and node 2. So which we are going to do? We have to install the grid installation, right? So what I'll do, I will clean up. I'll just go through all the steps and clean up and start the fresh installation. I'll show the grid installation. It should take like 20-25 minutes. Okay, but first I'll show this installation so that later on we'll go through all the steps. There is already one. Okay, before that I have to shut down the machine first. Later on when required, that single instance I just shut down because I don't want to.
Sir, when you clone it in the rack 1 machine, so already the GI is there.
You have to shut down. Yeah. That is a very important point. So what I do, that's what I told you. The first point itself, you clone it and keep it on a separate separate inventory. Keep it separately. Or after grid installation, if you want to do, you can do.
Yeah,
what you have to do, after grid installation, you have to stop the grid services and you have to do this clone on a new home. Don't use that rack home. You need to use what I do, whatever is the 19.19 is there, right? You have to copy to a new folder. Don't mix up. Totally, you'll have 3 homes, one for this particular clone. After grid installation, what you have to do, you have to stop the services, create a new directory, and use the 19C, and you have to clone it. It will not have. But if it is if the grid services are installed, you cannot clone. It will not allow you. You have to stop the grid services and you can clone. Either 2 ways you can do. You do complete your grid installation and do the clone, or first itself you clone it and shut down the services. Like like I installed it and shut down the services. You keep it and then you go with the grid installation. This will be a separate folder, separate directory, separate every separate home, so that it will not disturb your current environment. So that way you okay. Right. So what I'll do, so this is rack 1. Okay, I need to find my rack 2. So what I'll do, okay, this is rack 2. So we are going with the grid installation. So for that, '15, '16. Yeah, we need to clean up everything. Okay, so rack 1 and okay, so I will keep it very simple so that we'll not have many things here. Right. So here we had already a rack installed, so I have to clean up. You can do this. I have given a very nice cleanup commands, very nice cleanup commands, which will just, you practice everything. And later on, again, I want to practice. I did 4 times. And my notes also I documented 4 times. Suppose you already installed, you practiced everything. Again, I want to practice. Again, I want to practice. Again, I want to practice. So what I have given in my installation steps is, or RM, or RM-RF commands. Right. So you can You installed it, you played. Now again you want to practice. Like I'm doing now. Again I want to practice. Again I want to practice. You can clean up the old installation on both needs if required. So this will actually, if already the rack is installed, you just want to wipe out everything. So all these comments I had like couple of times, multiple iterations I had to go through, but it is now completely I tested 3 or 4 times. So see what I have to do is I have to remove these rack files. I have to Aura tab entries. I need to remove the grid installations. All these things I have to I have to wipe out, and also the disk groups I have to remove. I have to remove the disk groups also. Yeah, so this is like because the disk groups are already been used now, so I need to remove them. How do you remove? You use a command called delete disk, and then you have to create a fresh disks. So then you have to reboot the services so that it becomes like a fresh. So this one, if you're installing for the first time, you don't need these commands, but these commands you need when you already installed it, you practiced it. Now again I want to practice it, because how do you become perfect? When you practice multiple times. So that is why what I'm doing is I blindly follow this. I just copy this. Right. So what I do, I just it will remove all the software for us. So go to the node 1, remove it. So it's removing all the software for me. Okay, go to the second node. Remove it. Okay. So okay. So then after that, yeah, so there are some more files will be there. So whatever you have to do, you have to do in both the machines. So again, remove this on first machine, remove from the second machine. Okay, if it is not there, it's okay. And now you need to verify your inventory, because by now the inventory would have been empty. Right. So that is why you have to create the inventory. Cat greater than, you create the inventory. Okay, similarly, now you go to the second machine, first machine, and create the inventory. Now you create all the important folders and everything. So this is all will create again, because you wiped out everything. So now again you need to create the folders. You need to create the folders. Right. Create the folders. Okay, you have to create the folders. So now, yeah, this one copying software is there. Now what you have to do, whatever the 2 disk drives are there, right? Because this has been occupied, this has already been used. So now you need to clean up. You need to clean up the space in this disk group. So what you do, you delete the disks. You can do on only one node. Yeah, you're basically deleting the things, and again you are creating. Yeah. So now if you say Oracle ESM let's disk, it will show on the first machine. On the first machine. On the second machine also it will show. Yeah. If it is not showing, then what you do, you say scan disks. Yeah. It will do scan disks. It will scan, because these are all shared drives. I'll go through all the steps. I'll start the install, because installation will take at least half an hour. So during the half an hour, I'll go through all of this. I'll just explain you. Right. So now it is emptied. It has been emptied. Trying to copy the software, but it's taking a long time. Okay. Okay. So now what you have to do is we have to copy the software. Now, how do you create the 19C software, right? So that 19C software, we have to copy to this location. So to this location means, yeah. So here currently we don't have the 19C grid software. It is just empty, right? We need to copy the software. Right, this is the software where we need to copy the our 19C software. So this one I have in the host machine. What I'll do, I'll say duplicate. I have to copy the software. So software is available here, but I need to copy. I have to copy and do a couple of things. That is why I told you, right? 19C is a little different than a normal thing. You need to install. First, you need to copy the software and also upgrade the software. A lot of things are there, which I'm going to show now. So first of all, the base 19C has to be copied. The base 19C. So copy the 19C base, the grid software. So you copy to the machine.
Sir, can you show the link from where you have to download?
Oh, okay. That one I can show you. That I'll show you. I'll show that. That one I'll show that. Yeah. So this is the, see, the way the software, the way this works is, by default only 19.3 you are going to get. But 19.3 cannot be used for 8x. It has to be upgraded to at least minimum 19.7. So instead of going with 19.7, you can go with 19.16. Minimum is 19.7. Then only you can do the installation. So first, what you need to copy this. You need to copy this and you need to extract it. So I'll do the extraction part. Slowly you do, because I did a couple of times, but okay. So you unzip it. Okay. So now you'll in 7x, right? We used to do installation. In 7x, we used to do this 19.3, then we used to upgrade it. But now this software itself we are going to upgrade. How? I'm going to show you. So first of all, we need to copy the 19.16 software. So 19.16 software is like, we already did this in our earlier question. This is one small change. I have never done it. I have never done it. I was a little struggling with that error, and finally this one. Okay, so this is the software, 19.16. Right. So what I do, I have copy this. So I need to copy to this location. Yeah. So earlier in 7x, right, we used to install 19.3 and then 19.3 and we do the rack installation. But I was also trying with the same one. And I was like struck with a couple of issues. Then I found, somebody, they told that, boss, this is not the way. You need to update it. I'll just show that issue. These are the two things. So, to show that issue. No, this. Yeah, grid installation. Right. So, right. So this is the one. This is the highlight. The certified Oracle 19C for Red Hat Linux is Oracle Enterprise Linux 19.0 at the minimum 19.7. So minimum it has to be 19.7 or 19.6 with some patches. So who told this? So I was literally struggling with why I'm not able to install. So, but I am using 19.16, but the minimum is 19.7. So how do you do this? So what you have to do is, you already copied the 19.3, right? You already copied the 19.3. Now you have to, you have to update this software itself. You have to update to 19.16 without installation, without installing the grid. Now you can update it. How you can do? I'll just show. Okay, so first we need to or OPatch has to be installed because OPatch version is very low. See, the OPatch version is very low. Okay, so you need to, how do you update the OPatch? That is, I think most of you may know this. You move the OPatch and unzip the already I downloaded the OPatch version, the latest one. That's all. Now, if you see, the OPatch version would have been updated. Yeah, it has updated. Okay. Now you need to update the software to 19.16. How do you do that? So you take this. You unzip this. This is 19.16 software.
Sir, it will be come to when it's update, it will be sync for the both the nodes, the software.
Yeah, so you have to install only on first one machine only. This is the software you only install on the first machine. That will update. That will take care of the second machine also.
So, sir, this is the way whenever the CPU patches come.
Yeah, CPU patch. Yeah, CPU patches like. But there is one step what I need to do, which will really update it. Yeah. So see, this is the command. Okay, let me put this. So yeah. So this command. Oh, this is too big. Yeah. So this command will upgrade. This command grid setup applies PCU, and whatever the patch you want to upgrade. So upgrade from 19.3 to 19.16. So we need to update. We can go 19.7, but again 19.7 going again upgrading 19. Why you want to waste? So I went for 19.16. So how we do that? You just have to
sir, for example, sir, I have to apply the CPU in the database, and the environment is red. Okay, and currently we have 19.10. Okay, 19.10 grid and 19.10 database. So same scenario when we have to be get this new patch like 19.10 to 19.16. So we copy this and use this command grid setup.sh to update the grid, right?
I'll come back to that. Okay, I'll come back to that. Let me finish this. Okay. Okay, so go again and update it. Right. So now it is updating. So before installation itself, you are updating from 19.3 to 19. They told to minimum is 19.7 for 8x, but I am going with 19.16 because my database version, the 19C database version is 19.16. So that's the reason. Even RDBMS also I'll perform the same thing. I will 19.3 I'll get it and I'll update it to 19.16. Same thing. Grid also. I'm bringing 19.3 base version because minimum is 19.3. Then I update it. Then only it will work because otherwise, there are so many challenges you face. So many challenges you face. So this is the way how the thing. Okay, where is this link? You can ask me. I was literally, stopped my work for a couple of days. Then luckily this fellow, I think this link I have to thank. These people have told me. why I'm not able to install, and I told that I'm going to show you everywhere. I'm going to show you in 8x. So this is the one only, I think couple of people have told, but deploying Oracle RAC with Red Hat 8x. This was the first guy told me that if you see the certified version is minimum 19.7. So then they showed all the patches to be applied and everything. So they follow the steps. Otherwise, you'll have some few failures and all these comments.
Yes, sir. Can you explain my question for this? How I update?
Your question, right?
19.10.
I think your question, installation is completed, then you want to upgrade, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have 19.10.
I know. See, I have a document where I showed that part. This year we are before installation, we are upgrading, but yours is after installation. I have done from 19.3 to 19.12. I'll just go through the steps. Okay. I'll go through the steps. I have a complete documentation where I updated after installation, because that was on 7x. On 7x, what I did, I installed the grid software 19.3, and then from 19.3, I went to 19.12. I went. So if you want to go 19.12 or you want to go for 19.16, the steps are same. I'll go through that. Okay. But let me start this. Yeah. So now come to the grid installation. So we cleaned up. We need to reboot it. Okay, we need to reboot it because there will be some old things running. So we just have to wait for this one to complete. So we need to protect this environment also. That's the reason I wanted to keep it. I want to keep it permanently like this, because today issue, they were so happy, sir. You have readily available environment and we could simulate it in production. How can we run all these commands? It's very scary. So similar like this, if you have environment for Oracle e-business. Okay, I pasted that the link. Yeah. So yeah, Spencer, actually I was looking for you. Yeah, good that you're there. My grid version is 12 and out of upgrade to 19C. I never done that. Right. Okay. So there are a couple of challenges. Okay. By the time this is running, there are a couple of other things. After that, what you do? You do a SSH setup. You do a SSH setup between both the nodes. And there is one other issue which literally killed me actually. Where did I paste that command? Three issues were there. And there in the Google, one guy created a complete video also. This is, I'm upgrading it. Yeah, with SCP, I had one issue. See. This stupid thing. Right. This one, I literally, funny thing, I don't know why, they're telling that, I had one issue, and especially with the SSH setup will run, but on the front end, it was not running for me. So then in the Google itself, they told passwordless SSH, how to resolve this. And this is the solution. They told SCP, move SCP to something, do something, and then it worked. The error what you get, I'll show you so that, now you'll not get it, because I already fixed that issue. Yeah. So this one, you get this, even though you set up your password, you go on, hit this issue. First time it took like 1 hour for me to fix it. Like passwordless connectivity is not set up in node 2. So then I googled it, the same thing, I just pasted here. Some good guy has pasted this issue, and there's also a video also I followed. They also showed the same comment. So something like they told us to move SCP, blah blah blah. Then the issue got resolved. Now you'll not face the issue, because I have already on both the nodes I have executed this command. Something like they're moving SCP to SCP, something like that. Blah blah blah. They're doing something. Okay, so now the grid software is successfully applied. See, if you see this, the successfully is applied. So we are good now. Okay, So now we'll run on the passwordless, command. Yeah, how do you set the passwordless? Right. So we need to set up a passwordless so that when I connect from node 1 to node 2, it should not ask for the password. So yeah, this should be grid user, node 1 and node 2. Okay, Oracle 12. Oracle 12. Okay. So now if you connect to this one, I'm able to connect. Okay. And now I'm not using the scan IPs on my local. See, actually, first time when I did, I used the I hard coded the scan IP, but now we are very professional. So now we have we got that DNS setup, right? So now I can say NS lookup. Yeah. So I have configured this. I think before itself I told. Okay, why not I show you that? Let me connect to my scan DNS machine. My DNS machine is 192.168.1.7. I'm connecting to my DNS. This is very professionally. I think this batch I had to put some effort on that. So we have used this DNS for the shared application file system, and even for the scan. So see 42, 43, 44, I created 3, right? And there are 2 files which I showed you where we need to change. One is this file and one is this file. And yeah, once you do this, now yeah, you can do a NS lookup on node 1. Everybody can follow this method. Very nice. Actually, I never in any of these batches I have never done this type of thing, but see now on both the machines I'm able to, because if you see this resolve.config file, I have put my DNS. The name server is my DNS. So we are going to use a real-time sort of environment. Otherwise, in the previous previous things, in the previous installation, I used to hard code this, and it is not that professional. Now we are doing much professional. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, we can kickstart our installation, and then that will take a pretty good time. So what I need to tell you is, right, we just have to this one, that we need to export this and do the installation, right? Because you are trying to install 8 and you need to export this, then only do the installation. Okay, so let me go to the first machine and do the installation. So first machine is VNC server. Okay, so VNC 15. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm kickstart. Okay, so Exos plus. So connect as grid user. So then I'll copy and paste it. I don't want to remember so many commands. Go to grid software and export this. Okay, so and now do the grid setup. Okay, it will fail. I think export display is equal to :1 and grid setup. Okay, and that is working. So did I do an export? All right. So yeah, so we are coming to this part. So you will not find any errors because my software is perfect. So we'll still select the first one. Okay, here the scan name. Our scan name is RACS_can. Okay, if any errors it will show. So this is my scan name. All right. So this is the first node. So we need to install on the second node also. So we need to add the second node. So you have to do everything on first node only. You don't need to the software on all the other nodes. So even there are 100 nodes. Okay. Even there are 100 nodes, no problem. You have to do only from the first node because we have did the SSH equivalency. So if you see, if I go to the first node and I can connect directly to second node. See, it will user equivalency has been completed. We just did one step, right? That user equivalency is completed. So even 100 missions are there. You can only have to do only from first mission. You don't need to do in every mission. So the challenges was normally you'll have, like, if you don't update the software and also that SCP issue, you will have challenges here. You have challenges here. So I don't need. So I'll just confidently go to the next step. Literally, yeah, first time if you're doing, you'll have 1 to 2 hours of time. But this is good learning. Something new you learn. Okay, we are moving upgrading to 8x. Oh, what did you learn? So something we learned. Okay, some 2 steps. I think one is that SCP command and one is like updating the software. I never knew this. Like, you get your base 19.3, especially the grid, and you update a PSU patch on that? Oh, wow, that's so nice. So directly you're going to get a 19.16 grid version. Grid version should be higher. Either it should be same of database or it should be higher. It cannot be lower. Okay, remember that point. Grid version. Grid is a separate version. All right. So this is fine. Yeah. So this is the public IP and private. I'm going to talk about a few things about this public IP and private IP. It's been set. Okay. Oh, did I restart it? Oh, okay. I just don't know. No, I did restart it. I just don't want to take any risk. After removing it, right, you have to reboot it. Because it will always conflict with the, because yeah, it is always conflict. After, you did an installation and after that you completely removed that, compulsory you have to reboot. I kept that that one step, you need to reboot the server. It just got deviated. So yeah, so why I provided that, I literally like that command, and it took a lot of time for me to, because you practice grid and again you want to practice it. So how do I remove my existing one? So that is why I provided it.
This is Sridhar. Apologies. I just want to connect to this class. But okay, for Linux 8 and Oracle 19C rack, what is exactly the change in terms of installation, in terms of any files or anything?
You just came now, or?
Yeah, I was listening, but it's look like similar. I don't see any big change.
Yeah, only the thing is, the 19 one was the DNS thing. What I did, of course, that is you can do in 7 also. The DNS, we are using separate DNS server for our installation. So we are configured there, and we are able to access from node 1. Another thing is you can directly install 19.3 in 7, but here 19.3 minimum is required in 19.7 if you want to install the grid software. So 19.7 grid software will not get. So you have to get base 19.3 and you have to upgrade it from 19.3 to 19.7, or I'm going with 19.16. So how do you do that? There is one command which I did, PSU patches. You just download, you get 19.3 and you run this command. So you update the software itself. You update the software itself, apply PSU. So this will, then you install it. So that will directly come with 19.16 for you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So this is
one question. Yeah, actually it is for Red Hat Linux, right?
No, Red Hat or OEM. Yeah. No. Red Hat Linux and Oracle Enterprise Linux both are same.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you can use, except in Oracle Enterprise Linux, softwares are, softwares are packages, everything. We have very good support, but you don't have much support on Red Hat. You need to install all the packages one by one. But on Oracle Enterprise Linux, you have a little bit more luxury. So Exos Plus, okay. Then you go to Oracle Grid. Then you say, okay, we have the, why should I take all this? Run all these commands. All right, so now you're in the grid setup. Yeah. Okay, I told Exos Plus export display is equal to :1. Unable to reach graphical. These applications requires X display. Commands are command export display. Everything is good. All right. So okay, let me try one more. Others, I have some other thing. Okay.
Let's do this for Mobo Extra.
Yeah, I have that, but okay, let me try once more.
This
and
is
I have
Mobo Extra.
This is Mobo Extreme only.
Yeah, try here.
Oh, you want me to run here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let me say Exos Plus. See, I'm getting this error. Great.
Because Mobo Extra is accepting the graphics.
I didn't know this. Yeah, but I don't think so. Yes, you can't open the display. Okay. All right. So no worries. Okay. I just try on some other VNC. If it is not working, I have some other one more plan which you can. It will really works. Okay. It's now on 3, right? Okay. So now it's on 3. So now.
Yeah. So just now, when you take new session, and there you write Exos Plus, and then you apply this. Take new session.
Okay. Okay, let me try something new. If I learn, I'll be very happy. Okay, so connect to SSH 192.168.1.15 is my rack machine. Okay, so now I say Exos. Yeah, first this has to work. If you say Exos Plus, it has to work. Unable to open display. So there itself it's gone. Okay. So yeah, so that's fine. So it.
If you want grid install, you need to install Oracle user or root user.
Grid user.
Yeah, sir. You can open direct to not root user. Go to Mobile Extreme grid user only. Open grid user. It will work.
Okay. You're telling like that, right? Okay. So now,
Yes.
okay.
No, sir. Not root user. Direct root user. No. Don't go root user. New session grid user only.
Okay. I got what you're telling. Okay. Well, let me open a session. Okay, I'm connecting as grid user. Okay. And password is Oracle 12. Okay, so now what I'll do, I will run all these commands.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can set.
Yeah, see, I'm getting this. Okay, now I don't want to waste any time. Leave that for me. We'll do. Somebody explore it and tell me. I'll follow that. Okay.
No, can you not set the display when you use Mobo Extreme? Because by default it will set it.
Oh, okay. I get what you're telling. Okay. I get what you're telling. Yeah, that is a point. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so one more last chance. This time I'm not going to set the display. Okay.
Yes, don't set display.
Oh.
Yes, works, sir. Why? Because I installed rack. I faced a lot of issue. One of my friend is helping me. You can go to direct user. It will work. In root, we are SU-Oracle. It will not work.
Yeah,
and also Mobo Extreme
Nice.
support graphics. Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, I learned something. Thank you, Altaf. Thank you, Shazaz. Thank you, Bhagat. The display I have put actually. Yeah, good. Very nice. Okay, everybody learned something new today. I'm also impressed. Okay, so now we'll say rack is scan. Next. Yeah, something you learn, something new. You'll be very happy. Okay, so now edit, copy, add the second node, virtual IP. Okay. Next.
Sir, in 19C, there is a no need virtual IP, sir.
No. Wait. Okay, let me understand that. Okay, because that virtual name is there, right? Virtual host name.
But without virtual IP 19C, 19.7 and 19.8 onwards, we cannot use. No need to virtual IP. Scan IP we can use.
Yeah,
only.
just if you don't mind, send me a documentation with
Yeah, sir.
some
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Right. So yeah, so last time we got error here. We'll see. Yeah, see, it went off. So when an error comes, something you have to doubt. Oh, you got an error. You cannot go by errors. Okay, so that's why when I got doubt last time, suddenly I thought, oh, maybe hey, what is that? Why am I getting this error? Because we should not get it. Then I thought, oh, we didn't rebooted the machine. Because after cleaning up, we need to reboot it. Okay, so people who are new to rack, yeah, again it's a big thing. Rack is a big thing. CR disk. Okay, give a name. See, the disks are not coming. The two disks, right? They are not coming. Make it external. But you need to change the path. Okay, this is there in my documentation. You need to change the path. And if I remember, oh no, this Oracle ASM and disks and say start. Now both the disks will come. It does not come. Okay, then I need to refer my notes. Yeah, why it is not? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I given the correct one only. Oh, okay. Ask. I normally try to remember the comments, but yes, I have a little overconfident. Okay, OCR underscore disk. Yeah, change path. You need to say, yeah, like Oracle ASM disk. So that both disks are coming. Only two disks. One is for OCR and voting disk, and one is for data. This one will not touch now. We'll configure later on. So password. Yeah, this is very important. So this is the software location. This is a grid base. So this is the place where all the alert logs will be there. And the same software. So yeah, software location is this one. This is the place where your grid software will be there, and this is the grid base. Okay, so when you get right, so it means that maybe there are some files here. So we'll not take any risk. Yeah, see, when files are there. You don't need to reboot, but just see that it is empty. Yeah, now you can configure because it is already, we know that. See, okay. So one is you can, after installation, the script has to be run. But the new method is you can also say, please run the scripts automatically. So root software. So this will, do most of the activities for you. This will do most of the activities for you. So I just recently followed that method and it is working fine. So yeah, so you will get a couple of errors because this is not a real time sort of environment. With you may get 2-3 errors, but that are all negligible errors. You can proceed it. I have pasted as it is the screenshots. Yeah, the base location, I had a tough time with this. Yeah, so you get like net. We are not using NTP. We are using the Oracle Clusterware Time software. So that's why that is what is this one. And for result.config, it is giving this. But yeah, but I did it, so nothing to worry. You get this error if it is matching. You should be fine. Okay. So yeah, so you have okay, even okay, that one you're not getting. Only for this nickname. Right. It's okay. So result.config, we expected this. So now what you just have to say, ignore, and you just say next and install it. Right. So this will take like it will take like at least 30 minutes. But grid installation is the toughest installation. Grid installation is the toughest installation. If that is successful, database installation, you not have, you will not have much challenges. You'll not have much challenges. Okay. So now what I'll do, yeah, somebody wants to install from the scratch. I'll just go through the steps. If most of you who attended my previous batches, you may know. But people who are not aware, I updated this document to the all the 8. These were all made for 7, and now I made. So I basically have a VM. So I have a virtual machine, and I created rack 1 and rack 2 with 16 GB. You can also select 12 GB. That's fine. So create your disks. So for the operating system, 60 GB. Even I went for a little bit more only. So first you make your rack 1 perfect. You have to do a lot of things in the things. So you need to have totally actually 2 adapters is enough. One for one for public and one for private. So may add 2 adapters. One will be bridged so that you can access everywhere. The second one will be private. Only 2 adapters enough. 2 adapters is enough. Okay. Yeah, this is private. One is public, one is private. So you don't need the third one. For some reason I was getting some errors. So I don't want third one. Okay. So now you need to you need to install this 8x software, Oracle 8x, right? So that's why you need to download the 8 software. So I just provided all the steps from where you can software. So okay, you're asking where do you get the 19.3 software, right? So that link also I should have provided. So let me go again first. Yeah, you can get the software. You can get it from you can download from OTN, or you can get from eDelivery. Yeah, so both grid software and database software, I provided the links of that. Okay, again, let us come back. Right, you download the 8x software. This is almost the same like what we did in for Oracle e-business. So I just copied that document and kept it here. So I just provided all the screenshots. I provided all the screenshots. Yeah, then you install the operating system. Yeah, you install the operating system software. So on operating system installation you do. I didn't do this installation because I had that OVA file, right? I just imported it and I started using. But for the first time, if you want to install, I just pasted these commands. I'm just using my OVA file. Everywhere I'm using the OVA file. So then what you have to do is, you need to make it compatible. So, you need to install the pre-install 8x. This will work with Oracle Enterprise Linux. This will not work with Red Hat. And, there are a couple of steps we need to do. There are a couple of pre-installations we need to do. So yeah, all this software has to be installed. Then you prepare the inventory. Then you reboot the machine. Yeah. So then what you do, you update your host file. you update your host file and you prepare this. So one is for public IP, one is for private, and one is for virtual IP. One is for public, one is for private, and one is for virtual IP. So you make these entries on both node 1 and node 2. So what you do is you make all changes in node 1. Then you clone this. Then you clone this. You clone this and make the node 2. So everything you do on node 1. You have to install the guest installation. So I provided all the steps. Then whatever packages are there, you need to download. And there are some ASM packages which you need to download from these links. If you want, I can provide them any point of time. But specifically for ASM, you need these 2 packages. Otherwise, ASM will not work. So then you install those packages. Then disable the security Linux. Then NTP we are not configuring. We are using this Oracle Cluster Time Synchronized Service. So what is NTP? NTP is like both the machines, right? Should have, both the machines should have same time. Both the machines should have same time. Even there is a fraction of seconds or fraction of minutes difference, you are in trouble. That's why, what they do, NTP is, you will have some centralized machine and you try to sync to that machine. It's like, okay, let me make a little humor about it. See, in olden days, right, we used to go, normally for me, Charminar, we used to go small when I was small, right, in Hyderabad. So we'll have big, if you go there and then you find big watches, it's a circle, right? Watch is a circle. Now you'll find a big watch, right? Somewhere in the center, somewhere, you'll find a watch, right? So then people who are going around that, people who are going around that, okay, this is some watch. Okay. So some watch is there, central watch is there. So now people are going here and there, people walk here and there. Oh, whether my time is correct or not, what they do, they believe this time and they adjust it. So here someone, they just see this watch and they adjust their watch. So NTP is the same concept. NTP is like a central server, okay, and you configure to this, you just try to sync to the whatever the time is here, it will sync to here. Whatever time is there, it will sync to. So that what will happen is all the nodes will have the same time. So that is what is called NTP, Network Time Protocol. But if you don't use it, if you don't want to synchronize with some third server, you can use this. Oracle has its own called Oracle Cluster Time Synchronized Service. So so this one you can use it, right? So then you don't need the semaphores and all because already utility you are on, so it will take care of it. But in case the securities you need it, then you need to create 2 users, one for grid user and one for Oracle user with the proper group names and everything you need to create. And then you create all the directories what is required. You change the passwords of grid and passwords of you change the passwords of grid and passwords of Oracle. Then you need to have this 2 Oracle ASM files. Then you have to configure it. You need to configure and you have to give grid owner ASM blah blah blah. You have to give like that. Then you connect to grid user and create an environment file like ASM1. And similarly, you connect to Oracle user and create another environment file, because this is prod CDB is the database name and the SID name is prod CDB1, prod SDB is 2. Yeah, I was just waiting for this because this will, after this only to start running the scripts. Good. Right. So you create the 2 environment files, right? Now, see, you set everything on the first machine. Now what you do, you take a backup of it. You export it. And then import it as RAC2. So either you can take a clone also, but I am taking an export. If anybody wants an exported appliance, you can ask me. I'll provide it to you, which is compatible with all the whatever work we have done till now. It is already there in that OVA file. I already exported it. So you export it, you export it, and it can be used for multiple purpose. And now what you do after the export is completed, on the first node, you add 2 disks. It all depends how many disks you want to add, but I made it very simple. The minimum required is 1 for OCR and voting disk, and it has to be fixed disk. So one I created, one I created 12 GB for OCR and voting disk, and one I created 100 GB. This is for OCR, and one I created 100 GB. That is my database size, because my database has to fit inside this. So that's why I given 100 GB. Right. So now we prepare the node 2. You exported the appliance, right? Now you have to import the appliance. So you import it. And then you have to change the name from rack 1 to rack 2. So say you import it, and then you make the disk shareable. How do you do that? You select that 12 GB and 100 GB and make it shareable. See, like that, shareable, because that is a shared hard disk. This is a beautiful feature only available in ASM. Oh, sorry, only available in this Oracle VirtualBox you're using, right? Otherwise, you believe or not, Sridhar knows, Sridhar and myself, in olden days, we used to purchase a Firewire hard disk long ago. And we used to have physical 2 machines, physical 2 network cards, and the shared hard disk for that. Still, I remember that hard disk. I was like in 2005, 2006, I purchased in Chennai. I was there in Chennai. I purchased that shared hard disk. I had to configure some libraries, a lot of things I need to do. That is so tough for you. That is so tough. 2 machines, physical machines, 2 network cards, and with this firewall card you need. It was very tough to handle that. But now your life is changed because of this. Because of this VirtualBox, you can create 2 disks and make it shareable. Shareable means both the machines can access the disk. So you can do that. Yeah, you make it shareable and you attach it. Now both the disks are shareable. So now you go to the second node and you attach them. You attach both the disks. So now you start the second node. You keep the first node down and you start the second node, and you have to change the host name as rack2. And you change your network settings based on whatever settings you have. You can just change the network settings. And now we have to create the disks. Only one-time activity, only on the one node you can do. You have to format it by using the 2 disks are there at SDB and STC. One is the 12 GB and one is the 100 GB. You basically, you format it, and then you create the disks. How do you create the disk? This is the command to create the disks. Then if you're not able to access from the second node, you scan the disks. Now on both the machines, you should be able to see this. Yeah. Now, if you want, you can take a snapshot, but I don't think I'm taking nowadays. I'm not, but I'll just keep the system. If you want, you can keep the snapshot. Snapshot is like before installation, you just keep a snapshot. Later on, you can, if you want to practice once more, you can restore it. Some people do like this. So once you are ready, you can also do this. Take a snapshot. Yeah. So now you copy the 19C software. So now this is the steps what I already did. You copy the 19C software. You upgraded the software to 19.3 to 19.16. Like, I showed all the steps how to do that. We apply the PSU patch. Then there is one package which we need to install. So that package is there in the 19.3 software. You just have to install on both the nodes. Now you need to remember that whatever you're trying to do, right, you need to do on both the machines. You need to do on both the machines, not on node 1. Now you have 2 nodes, no? So that's the reason you have to do on both the nodes. Right. disable the firewall, then you set up the SSH. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, you can run this ClueFi utility. If you, it is an optional steps. Even because when you're running the grid software, also it is going to, it will do the installation. So start the grid installation. Start the grid installation, and we followed the steps. Yeah, we will good that we followed. You can also use extra. Maybe I'll put that point. Later on, we may forget it. Yeah, you need to log in as grid user, and don't export the display. That's it. So the two things what we learned today. So a Mobitum, so it is one tool for everything. Good, nice. So yeah, if you don't have Xterm, then you need to follow all these steps. Yeah, so there is one one issue for that. We need to do these steps. Yeah, I learned it the hard way. But if you also do it without following all these errors, you'll get it, and you have to Google it. But I Googled it and did the steps, and then you are studied with the grid installation. So these are all screenshots we have seen. You have to give the scan name.
So this is we are doing on the node 2, right?
Only on node 1 you do. It will automatically do on the node 2 also.
Node 2. Node 2 only we import the machine, sir. And
That's
make
all.
the change.
That's all. You change the name, everything. Otherwise, it's empty. It's empty only. This when you install on node 1, automatically install everything on node 2. Right. So this is place what we did. The OCR creation we did. So I just put I had a tough time a lot of time. That's why I'm put on red, because you just monitor this something mistakes, lot of mistakes, because every time you do it again 2 hours of time. See here I didn't selected this automatic run installation. This you can check it. If you don't check it, at the end it will ask you. It will ask you. It will ask you, and you need to run. Yeah. Right. So, but here you have a very professional 3 scans will be there. We are not going with 1 scan. We are going with in the real time also you'll have 3 scans. So you can, you can watch all the scans and everything. Very, really good comment. See, this is the rack again. And I found these are all we used to use in our company also. Okay. Yeah. Only one error will get, but that is ignorable. The cluster verify, but it will be installed for you. Still it is there. It will take a lot, pretty good time. Right. So then you have to verify all this, you can run this command, it gives this everything, blah blah blah, very nice, it gives you. And all these are very interesting commands. People are working rack. I put everything, OLS nodes, because there is something called voting disk. How do you check the status of ASM? How to check with OCR disk, voting disk? How do you check the voting disk? How do you check the cluster services?
Sir, most of this command all are you shown in the 11G onward.
Yes. See what I did. I made a copy of 11G. Then I made it 12C. Then made a copy of 12C.
Because I was there on 11G.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
2012.
2012,
Sir,
yes.
Same thing.
Same thing. So there's no difference there. See, Oracle cannot change. They cannot change everything. Only that a few things like what we did, like 19.3 to 19.16 upgrade, the few errors solutions, but they cannot change the entire architecture. So then how to stop, how to stop the services, how to node 1, node 2, how to start rack, But yeah, all these are very important. If you want to check the status, how to check the status as a root user. Okay. Now after this, that we need to create the the disk group, 100 GB disk group, right? We have only created OCR. So how do you can do that? That one you can you can use ASMCA, by which you can create the 100 GB disk group. It is there, but it is not created, right? So you have to use this ASMCA. So you get some error. I have a solution for that, but let's see if we get the same error. We'll see. So here you go to the ASM screen and you create the new disk group as data. That 100 GB disk is there, right? Where your e-business software will. Right. So now you'll have two disk groups. One for OCR, don't touch it. That is used by Oracle for the voting disk and OCR. And the data it will be empty. We'll be using for e-business. So now you install the Oracle RAC software. RAC software is very simple. I will not we don't need to much put effort on this. Okay, RAC software is very simple. It will not give you much headache for you. It will not give much headache for you. Okay, simple RAC installation. But what I want to do, what I did is, I upgraded the software before itself, because did I do that? Oh, I installed it, then later on updated it. Oh, that's also fine. Before DBCS, you can do that. Okay, I installed 19.3 software. 19.3 software. Yes, I only installed the software. Then I provided the steps how to update from 19.3 to 19.16, because we want 19.16 because our single instance is 19.16. So like that is why I maintained here. Right. So here I provided how to upgrade the RDBMS software 19.3. These steps are where I already copied, which we did earlier, right? So I copied it, all the softwares, how to update from 19.3. These are all very simple steps, but it should be very handy for you. Suddenly you get this request. How do you do that? How to do that? How to do that? So instead of searching, you have to have the steps very handy. So you update the software, and you can see that it is 19.16. That's it. So the start track already. I want to duplicate it. So already provided at the beginning. Right, references and all I provided. And this is all from very old document. Yeah, only this one, only new thing came. I added then. This was a very good breakthrough. Yeah, there's a YouTube video. This one, very professional video. You can go through this link. I'll just put in the chat. Somebody has installed everything not for e-business, for non-e-business, but very nice, very professionally. Yeah, he did it. But still it is going on. But we are doing good. Only this cluster verify. Oh, okay. This cluster verify will fail. So which is okay, because now we can check the status. I think the installation have been completed, if I'm correct. We can check the status. So I want to come to RAC 1. Yeah, see, I told now, because it's come to cluster verify means it's already completed. Yeah, beautiful, very nice, very nice. So now, if you go to grid and grid software, ASM CMD, LSDG. So you can only find OCR disk. Okay. So we have to wait for the instance completed. So then we have to run ASMCA. So we need to go to that place, ASMCA. So we had some issue. If we get this error, then I need to have something like attach, detach, and everything. We'll see if we get that. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that. It is verifying everything. Only this cluster verify will fail, which is okay. Which is okay, because we don't have a really complete real-time environment. So that's why you get this verify utility fail. But after that, we can directly go with the see. Yeah, this is okay. This is expected. If you if you reached here, it's okay. It is only that some verify utility has failed. Nothing much has happened. So you just go here and you say next, and you continue. You close it. Yeah. So now we'll go with ASMCA, okay, because we need to create that disk group. So where did I start the installation? Installation. Last one. So here itself, now what you do, you run the grid software and run ASMCA. Let's see if it gives some error. Fantastic. So yeah. Okay, so we are creating the second disk group. So what you do, you say, you go to disk group, okay, and go to the disk group, okay, and now you say create disk, say you external, okay, so whichever is empty it will show, give the name data, that is the data disk group. You only go use this ASMCA, which is a beautiful, it's a good one. It will take care of mounting on both the disk groups and everything. Now you say okay. So it is creating the disk groups for you. So it is both are shared software. So you can see, okay, let us see. So if you see LSDG, yeah, now we are able to see. Last time I was only seeing OCR. Now we are able to see second one also. Now you can go to rack 2 also. Rack 2 is 16. So now because it's a shared disks, LSDG. Yeah, LSDC, you are able to see, and this is empty, almost empty. So here this has been used, some space it has used for the OCR and the coating disk. Okay, so we are fine. Okay, this is completed. So now you can exit it. All right. Okay, so next is the rack software. So rack software, if I'm correct, I don't want to show that because that is simple installation, but I just want to see whether it is there or not, whether I deleted or whether it is there. If it is not there, I cannot do anything. Let me go to rack 1. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, I kept it separately. We don't need to, it is already installed. So we don't need to worry with this. So yeah, so this is not a big thing because that is just a simple installation. You can follow the steps with all the things, and this is all. Yeah, we have already seen. This is just a software without database. Okay, without. Yeah, so that's all. Now you save it. That's all. The first document is completed. Okay, so this is because I'm sharing the document, so you will be following the same documentations for all your use. So I'll just go through the second document. Advanced rack. Okay, so the first document I already showed you. Now second document I just provided the clone steps because you have to clone. You have to clone it. I just copied whatever the clone document is there. I just cloned it. You have to clone on node 1. Application and the database. Database you have to clone on one node. Application you can clone on some other machine. So in the real-time company, they will provide, they will provide. But in one note I want to put, because suppose you are cloning at the beginning, no need to worry. After cloning, you can shut down it. But if you are cloning later on, if you're cloning after the rack, ensure rack services are down. Ensure rack services are down, then you can clone. The clone I don't, because this one we have already covered. Same document I kept it. All right. So now next document is the next document is now the main thrill comes. Yeah, we have the next thing is you know the main part. First we need to, yeah, about the real time. This document I have actually yeah. So here we need to create, because we have installed software. Now we need to create only the CDB. We need to create only the CDB. You know, I just want to see. Oh, this is my customer notes. Just let me see, because this I need to create a CDB with prod CDB. I updated the screenshot. I'm just checking, counter checking. Let me see the time. 10:11. Yeah, 10:11 is this one only. Did I do anything? 10:11 means, yeah, yesterday only. I think this is the one only, but I just want to check because I was thinking. Yeah, that is the one. Yeah, I think that is the one, is the last one. Yeah, that only third file. I just have to do some more, some more massage and give. Yeah, I think that is the one. Okay. Yeah. So now we have installed the RDBMS software. The first step, what we need to do is we need to create a CDB, only the CDB. Okay. So that one we will just start with directly with that installation. So after that, we will, I think we'll take a break because, so many things are going on. So you may, yeah. So this one, yeah, this is the latest one. Yes, I created a container database as prod CDB. Okay. We need to create a container database with prod CDB. Then I know that's how we'll stop there, but I'll go through all the steps so that you know what is the next step, so that you'll have a clue. So till now, let me go through the steps. Clone, this clone we completed. Clone has to be completed. Application should be pointing to the database. It has to be pointed. So we completed this step. Okay, let me put all this. Completed. Okay. So now here we need to install prod, container database called prod CDB. We need to create. We need to create only the plug, only the we only have to create container database. No pluggable database is required. So because you need to unplug this and plug it here. So it is very nice. You have to only create this prod CDB. It will not have any pluggable databases. But what happens later on after the installation is completed, mostly tomorrow we'll see. We have to unplug this prod and plug it here and convert file system to ASM. Very interesting. With one command you can do that. I'm going to show you today. Very nice, it works. But let us install this because it will take like half an hour. I think we can end it, and remaining everything we can see, remaining all the steps we can see tomorrow. Okay. So now what we'll do, we will start our installation from there itself. Okay. So now I need to connect as Oracle user as per Altaf. Oracle user. $15. Okay. Now we say connect.
No, sorry. In the remote host, you are give the IP.
Yeah, I think let me close all this. Too many things are happening. Yeah, so it is 192.168.1.15 and the owner I connect as Oracle. Okay, password is Oracle 12. Okay, so now I should run the Oracle environment file. Oh, we have created one CDB environment file. Right. So Oracle, just let me check. Yeah, so it is pointing to correct one. Okay, now I run say tbca ampersand because we need to create a container database. To create a container database. So I think you guys by now understood you have to practice at least 10 to 15 times to get a complete command over this. Okay. I think first time I saw this error, but second time I didn't got it. I saw this error, but I didn't do anything. I stopped it and again started it, but I didn't got the error second time. Let's again see whether it comes. Yeah, I got this error. Oh, okay. We need to export it. Okay. Export. I kept it in my board only. In front of me, I have a big whiteboard. So I am copying this. Now run this. Yeah, now you are not getting that error, but that export is not there. Okay. Right. So general purpose. Okay, rack 1 and rack 2 on both the machines. We want to install the software. I want to create the database. Okay, so this will be an empty. We don't want pluggable database. And my container database name will be prod CDB. Okay, and my pluggable database will be prod. But right now I'm not creating. I have to unplug and plug it. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm just. So it will be asking the. Yeah, it already picked up the data location, ASM location. Here, a couple of things are there. A very important thing is, the character set. Okay, so that character set only people will do the mistake. We need to, whatever is there in the on-premises, whatever is there in your, the same character set you should have. So here, okay, for some reason I was getting error. So that's why I'm giving little less space, 5 GB and 8 GB. Later on we can add it, character set. Okay, character set, you have to check your current, you need to check your current instance, what is your character set. How you can check using that NLS character set. Here, if you do mistake, again, you need to create this pluggable data container database. Okay. So mostly a lot of I know when you get your character set, what is your character set, and you give this. This is my character set. In the real time, you see what is there in your character set in on-premises. Okay, find your character set from your 19C database and you do the same thing. So I've already checked it. So how do you check the character set? One is already set, but you have to uncheck this and you select the US7 ASCII. Hello, come on. Okay, so this is one thing what normally people do mistake. Okay, we'll give the password Oracle underscore for you. Oracle underscore for you. Next. Okay, the second mistake what they do is they have to create the same. Now there will be every rack instance. It's a rack, right? So each instance has 2 log files. Okay, each instance has 2 log files. So this is second. You see thread 2 to thread 1 means rack 1. See thread 1, thread 1, thread 2. Only that sizes we need to worry. So sizes I have already checked, it is 1000. So we need to give the same whatever is there in our on-premises, the same size you need to give. So I have captured all the screenshots. Yeah. So I know that it is 1000. So you add it, you apply it, you add it, you apply it. You add it, you apply it. Okay, just counter check if you don't do a mistake. All the 4 are applied. Okay, now you say okay. Now you are ready to create the installation. Great. So this will only create a pluggable database. So that's all we are done for today. Okay, so this will take at least half an hour. But we will just go through what are the next steps so that you understand it. But this is not like I don't think 2 days is sufficient. Normally, rack itself is again a 8 weeks course, a complete rack where you understand everything and all. So maybe next year only I may plan to start. But normally I used to tell this: if once you are a DBA, you have 2 routes. One you go for rack and you survive in the rack. The other thing is go Oracle e-business. But after working in Oracle e-business for a couple of years, you have to again learn rack only, right? Because now most of at least 10 companies, one will be having rack, right? For high availability. Okay, so this is going on, right? So I will be just sharing we'll just 10 minutes we have. This will take like at least half an hour, but I'll just go through. At least you'll get at least you'll get like what is really happening. What is really happening. So after this is completed, what will happen is you can check that you can check. Now it is like your database name is prod CDB and the SID name prod CDB1 and prod CDB2. So now we will come by instance also. It will come with instance, right? So now you can only see that container is created. Now the container only is been created. Now by the end of the show, by tomorrow end, you will see that okay. So what you have is you have a container database.
Sir, after creating this empty container database, it will create the environment file too, or
no, we have to build it. That is, we have to build it. Okay, so now we have a container database. Okay, we have a container empty container database. Okay, so we don't have any no pluggable databases here. But we have our single instance is there. That's the reason why we cloned it. No, we have cloned it. So this is we don't have no PDB, no PDB, and this is ASM. Okay, we have another one. We have another one. Okay, another one. This is file system. File system. this has both, this has file system, this has both the container database and also your pluggable database. This is also database name is same, prod CDB. Currently we have shut down it out, and this has a and prod, but this is file system. This is file system. Now what should happen is we have to unplug it. You have to unplug it and plug it here. Very nice, very nice. When I did for the first time, I literally danced like, boy, what a command. So you just have to unplug this from here and you plug it here. A lot of people we do by rconfig. A lot of people do not know that this method is there actually. Simple technology. This is only possible in container. Like, you can unplug it and you can plug it. Okay, that's steps I'm going to show. So after this, while plugging it, you can also convert. You can convert to ASM. That is an excellent command. Within half an hour, of course, it depends on the database size. I worked on 2 terabytes also on the real time. Okay, so we'll go through that step. So yeah, you need to run the data patch. This is okay on both the nodes. Yeah, you need to configure the TNS names. All the TNS. That's why I told, right? If you are perfect in single instance, then only you touch 2 node rack with same steps. But now there's a little bit extra confusion is there, like, because it's there's somewhere you'll add VIP will be there, all this there, right? So shut down the application. UTL files you need to take care.
Then better you have to show this from tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm not going to touch. I'm not going to touch because tomorrow complete 2 hours. Complete 2 hours only for this. This is the one man. I don't know. God only created for me. This one especially. I don't know who created this. I was like, wow, this was 2018, guys. 2018, 2019. Yeah, during that time. I was literally now, what, man, this file system, how to move to rack. I was literally looking for some steps. I found this redgate.com. Somebody has created. The concept is single instance PDB to rack. Convert single instance PDB to rack by plugging it into a rack CDB. Very nice. Who created, man? Who created this? Such a nice document. So now we have a file system. So we just have to close it and we have to unplug it. See, that container concept is there. You can always unplug from one and you can plug to some other. You can unplug from one container database and you can plug to another container. That we have heard. But this is, I never knew that you can unplug a file system and you can plug it to a rack and also you can convert to ASM. That one I never knew. So you unplug it. Unplug is, okay, everybody knows this unplug command. And you say drop pluggable database, but you keep the data files. And the main command is this command. I don't know, most of you, I'm not sure whether last time you would have seen, you would have known, but this is the command which in one stretch. So your file system is here and you want to move it to ASM. And also you want to create a pluggable database. So whatever is the XML file, you take that is the unplugged file, XML file, and you are copying file name convert. You are also converting a file system to ASM. This is like a master stroke for me. First time when I saw that 2019 means almost 4 years is over. But still, I've never seen such a nice command somebody who has provided. I've seen some other people. I was just thinking how other people are doing. So they are using rconfig. Rconfig is a little old traditional way, but this is a brilliant command. You can you can use this. You can command. Right.
So this here only we convert with file system to ASM.
That's all.
And only in the content we only give plus data, not complete direct. Plus data we take care of.
Yeah, that's all. Plus data, and yeah, it will take care of everything. It will actually move all this data. Tomorrow I'm going to see. I'm going to show you live all the data files. It will move to this. Very nice, excellent command. It will do. So now what will happen is you get this. You open it. So it basically you unplugged from one container database and you plugged it into this. You plugged it. That's all. After that, again, if you have to do anything, data patches, you do data patches. Then you need to one again, I told you, right? You have an excellent command. You need to auto config on, especially on pluggable database on node 1 and node 2. I told, right, if any issue comes up, I normally run this command. So this was like, this is still having the clients only. But yeah, I think I created yesterday. I was practicing yesterday. No, this week I was only practicing the whole setup. Start. Right. So then this is like a master document for me. Like I told, right, at any client, I have any issue with this configuring the listener, configuring that issue. This is not working. That is not working. I follow the steps for rack also and for non-rack also. Rack also and for non-rack also. So basically, this will scrap everything and builds everything from the scratch. So this will create your TNS names. Yesterday I tested it again whether it will work or not. That's why you're seeing this. You're seeing the current local location. So then everywhere you check, you verify, then you set the local listener, service name, remote listener, register, shutdown, startup. Then as a grid user, you say SID as service name is equal to on. You on this. Then you bounce the listener. Bounce the listener. Then you run this excellent command called TK post PDB creation disk. As a Oracle user, you do this. So this will run for 10 minutes, and this will create all the environments for you. It will create all the environments for you. Very nice command. Then now it creates the scan IPs, scan IP1, scan IP2, scan IP3. All the environments will be created. Perfect. I literally, any time after learning this, I run on node 1 and node 2. At any point of time, if anybody is having an issue, sir, this listener, that listener having an issue, okay, give me the system. Within 10 minutes, I'll set right. That's all. I follow this one. If it is a rack, non-rack also. Only the difference is in a non-rack, you not have this virtual IPs. So it will again scrap. It just creates TNS names, and you verify everything. You do the registration part, all of this, start, bounce it, and then you run this. Because it's 2 nodes, you need to run on first node and also second node. You run it. All the things will be set out. That's it. So this one tomorrow I'm going to show this. So in that case, so this was my client documents, but then I just remove this. Right. So this is the database thing, and database is the main thing. Yeah, because this is right. So this listener, right, is already it's already a confusion in single node. That one, this one, EBS underscore prod, EBS underscore patch underscore, one more listener is there. What all this? And especially in rack, right, it will you'll become crazy only. You'll become crazy only. I'm telling you, because you need to understand instance 1, instance 2, database, plus so many configurations are there, and in between these listeners will make more mess. That's why you should not give the system to anyone. If you are confident, just protect your system. Like today afternoon, I told, right, at 3 o'clock, somebody, instead of running something, the drop, something he was running on the test, he did it that on the production. And come on. So somehow it was a little easy situation, right? Right. So yeah, I just provided all the things, and application very simple. So you already have that application. So you just have to make a TNS entry. Application configuration is very simple. I just have to remove all this because this is all the client document, and I'll edit it. But in the application side, very simple. Yesterday I tested it. You just open the TNS names, make this entry. TNS names, you make this entry, run auto config. Application has to be there, readily connecting to that file system database. So you just have to open that. You just do the change. Yeah, again I red lighted it. You run the auto config. That's all. So after running autoconfig, automatically the load balancer will come into picture. The JDBC URLs will be updated. That also I put the screenshots. Yesterday I did this. I just want to know 2 things will get updated. The TNS names will get updated with the scan IPs, and also the JDBC URL also will get updated. We don't need to do manually any changes. See, here itself we have prod underscore EBS underscore. That's all. And then after that you can just you can just verify. You can verify from the front end, right? That's all I have for today. So tomorrow I'll show. So yeah, I got this error even yesterday, but there is no harm in it. Okay, because we don't have a PDB. I got this error. Honestly I'm telling you. Oh, I got this error. Then I did revert. Then what did I do after that? I need to go back to it. I got this error actually. Okay, I'll just see that. That's all, I captured this screenshot and I think I did something. After that, I didn't got that error. I have to check that. I'll just show that and I'll start it and go. We can go up. There is this document. Create create container device. Okay, I'll just see. I'll just show you. I think I saw that error. And what are the solution I provided? I just want to see. Yeah, I got this error, but did I provide solution? I didn't provide solution. And didn't provide the solution error while restoring. I think maybe initially I should have seen this, but I just saw this. Okay, maybe yeah. So I think we are done for today. I will just see this and again I will start it. But yeah, so normally yeah. So I think we are pretty good. We are done with this. With this, and tomorrow I'll just show the solution for this. I think I've seen some support link only, which has helped me to stop. So we are pretty much done for today, and we'll catch up. I'll tell you what is the solution for this also tomorrow. Chalo then. Thank you guys. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah.